reading far ahead of the Constitution Amendment, you think that the political landscape will get more peaceful, or could it stir up another round of trouble?
I don't think it will be peaceful this year.
No?
First of all, we got to have an election of the drafting assembly. First, that in itself will be controversial because the two political camps will be fighting for the stake in the drafting assembly. So that will be the first round. But we don't believe that it will lead to something very bad. It's just a normal pre-election or post-election trouble. But the real trouble, I have talked to the newsroom, and everyone seems to believe that at the end of this year there could be a new round of political turmoil.
What would be the cause of that?
Well, the drafting assembly will have no choice but to amend Article 309 of this existing charter. Why? That it's because if they don't amend this article, they will have nothing else to do.
Really?
Right. They cannot amend the election proposals, or they cannot amend something about the checks and balance system or the electoral system, because the electoral system, for one thing, is something that favors them. They favor the ruling party already. So it's no use amending the electoral system. And then talking about the checks and balances that a lot of people on the political or the ruling party may not be happy about, but it will be difficult to touch those issues because it will.
So what would be the most sensitive point that the charter writers will touch on?
Well, waiting for them as a big dead end is Article 309.
309, the coup thing, huh?
Yes.
The heart of the coup.
Right. It's the article that say that all the legal consequences of the coup in 2006 will stay as they are. So they will have no choice. The drafters will have no choice but to touch upon this article around the end of the year. Because if we look at the time frame, the drafters will have 180 days to complete a draft. So around the year end, they will have no choice but to.
If they touch 309, the anti-Thaksin elements will say, see, this is the whole objective of the whole exercise. You're trying to help Thaksin.
Exactly. That will be, a lot of people will be saying that because, of course, the consequences of the coup also affect other people. A lot of people have been banned from politics. Political parties have been dissolved, but those issues have become irrelevant at the moment because by the middle of next year, the last of the banned politicians will become free.
Yes.
And all the dissolved parties have somehow been reborn already.
Yes.
So the only things that that remain unsettled involve Kun Thaksin only. His legal status and also his assets that have been seized by the government.
So, in conclusion, Thaksin will be the beginning of the issue and the end of the story, right?
Right. It depends on how big the turmoil that we are afraid is going to happen, how big that's going to be. Considering the situation, we believe that it will be turmoil, but it will pass, and then we will go on.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully so.
Otherwise, there'll be an excuse for a coup, and then another coup, and that will be bad for
Hopefully
the country.
It will pass, and then next year, early next year, we have another big, exciting moment that in which the charter draft will be put up for public referendum.
Yes. So keep our fingers crossed.
Exactly.